into a fire. But let them burn it out. They sell them to the richest buyer. They wanna let the world decay. They tell us lies and fade away, fade away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. Listen up now, because we're never dropping out. Beat the odds, beat the big house. The brains are bigger than the doubt. We've been thinking for ourselves, never let the truth fade away. This is bigger than ourselves, we won't let the world burn away, burn away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. To blame, haters face the world's mistakes. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. And we feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. To blame, haters face the world's mistakes. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway.
The Grid. A digital frontier. I tried to picture clusters of information as it moved through the computer. What did they look like? Ships? Motorcycles? Were the circuits like freeways? I kept dreaming of a world I thought I would never see. Then one day, I got in.
No, it was him.
Spongy, you're staying on, right? Let's do the stream together. Got him.
Oh, no,
Oh, damn it.
Without Destro, and he can catch up when he gets back.
Water 2.
Now behind Stefan. There we go.
Oh.
All done. Ow.
Okay.
Okay, we should be sharing chat.
2, 1. Do it.
I don't blame you for wanting to go fishing. Yeah, there we go.
All right, we should be good.
Okay, now I'm level 4.
Let's go!
Yay.
Smudgy, can you mute Discord when you talk to chat during the game? I mean,
Oh, okay.
yeah, just so we don't have to hear it. Actually, try and mute if I'm going to say something to chat.
For sure, for sure.
Hey, chat, remember to tell me when they're conspiring against me, and I'll give you a point or something.
Hey, that's not fair.
Alright, so while the DM's gone, we're
I'm
gonna
okay with it.
take over somewhere.
It's
and use
totally
it to wreak
fair.
havoc on the goblins.
I heard wreaking havoc.
Alright.
So how's your weeks been since we last played?
It's been
Been like a month, I think.
3 weeks? Has it been that long?
It's been a minute. How have
It
y'all
has
been in that time when we have not hung out?
Been doing alright. Been working. Trying to take over the world. Normal stuff.
Oh yeah, gotta love that.
Understandable.
All right, shall I read our recap? I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't do an AI version this time because I didn't have time. But I'll just read it out. You guys ready?
Are you?
Let's go do it.
No, this is a lot of reading. All right. Last time, our adventurers emerged victorious against the relentless Ash zombies. Critical hits landed left and right, and Oliver held the line, tanking 5 zombies while keeping his allies standing. A well-earned triumph. After the battle, the party returned to the dwarves' house to rest and regroup. There they uncovered a rare treasure. I have Chateau de Blanc, a vintage wine over 100 years old, valued at 500 gold. But this was no ordinary drink. A single sip granted a powerful boon, a D6 bonus to ability checks, saving throws, and attack rolls. It was here they also learned a dark truth. Gollum, the strange and enigmatic figure from Thundertree, was no man at all. Retoth confirmed the party's suspicions. Gollum was in fact a Nothic, a creature of twisted knowledge and eldritch power. With this revelation weighing on their minds, the adventurers pressed forward. Destination Cragmaw Castle. Their mission was clear: retrieve the map and confront the bugbear leader who commanded the goblins. Along the way, they uncovered a deeper conspiracy. Glassstaff and the Redbrains were tied to Cragmaw, weaving a web of danger that reached further than they had imagined. Upon reaching the castle, the party took a stealthy approach, but danger struck early. Oliver was spotted through an arrow slit in the stone walls. Thinking quickly, he turned charm into opportunity, offering the last of the wine as a bribe. The goblins, drunk on greed, allowed them to pass without raising an alarm. With air scouting beneath doors, the adventurers devised a cunning strategy: a distraction through one door, a silent ambush through another. Their plan worked flawlessly. In the blink of an eye, 2 hobgoblins fell without a sound, swift, deadly, and precise. But Sel had something more. Unconventional in mind, drawing upon dark magic, he unfurled a scroll of animate dead. Before the party's eyes, one of the fallen hobgoblins stirred, twitched, and then rose once more, now an undead servant, bound to Sel's will. And that is where we left off. The halls of Cragmaw Castle stretch before them, shrouded in mystery and danger. What lies in wait beyond the next door, goblins, bugbears, or something even worse. The party stands ready, weapons drawn as the next chapter of the journey unfolds. And that's it.
Excellent recap. All right. Since we have a little bit of that, um, we obviously have a new player. So if we can, let's take a second. Sponge, would you like to introduce yourself? You yourself and not your character. We'll get to that in a bit.
Oh, sure, sure. Hi, so I'm Spongy. I do a lot of different things, but one of the things I also like to do is Dungeons and Dragons, and I'm very happy for Radarvoid for inviting me to this very fun and epic adventure.
We'll figure out what race he is later when it's time to know about his character. Now, shush, he's introducing himself.
My race, I identify as short.
Halfling, got it.
No, but you were close enough.
Dude, is it a gnome? I feel like it's a gnome.
Well, I said it out loud, and now I'm like, at this point, now that's all you're getting.
Jesus.
Ooh. Wait for the surprise.
Race is
I'm
leprechaun?
sorry, okay?
Fucking rude.
All right. Let's shift this over here to our current objective. Last time you guys have begun searching through Cragmaw's castle. So as of right now, Spongy, you probably can't see anything, can you?
I can see a little bit, but not too much.
Okay. Let's drop you. Alright. You should now be able to see everything that's happening.
I do
Over here.
see the main party along with an enemy and a killed enemy? Question mark.
No, that's
Yeah.
our pet zombie.
The X usually.
Our
Yeah,
pet
that is
friend.
also true.
Yeah.
And as of right now, I have you hidden somewhere where the party will find you,
Valid.
and we're just gonna leave this closed for a second. So usually the way we'll start off all games is we'll have a recap that Void has been making for us, which has been amazing, and then I also like to kind of get a what's going on in your character's mind sort of scenario. Not only to get the RP juices flowing, but also to have a little bit of an insight on what everyone's thinking or what they're considering at the time.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
So let's start off with that. Alex, I know you weren't really here last time, so I'll give you a second to kind of get that figured out. Let's start off with Cell. What's going on through Cell's mind as of now?
Excited that the plan we just did worked, where we took out those guys, and also excited that he animated the undead.
Killed a couple guys. I got spotted by a gun.
Anything else? Or that's kind of where you're staying right now.
That's where I'm at right now.
All right. Oliver, what's going through your head?
It's a shame that I had to waste some pretty good fucking wine on a fucking goblin. That's pretty much what's going through.
Well, better. I guess better that than death.
That is true. Better than that to death, but still a shame.
Mm-hmm. Alex, what about yourself?
Just glad that we got out of there alive and that we're all good now.
Excellent. And now we will. So, Sponge, you are currently. Because I'm having a hard time debating how I want to deal this. Oh no, this works out perfectly. should see your character
Oh, yeah, there I am.
over here. Right. You are separated
Oh,
from
now
everybody else. So as of right now, uh, you have been just traveling, doing your own thing, whatever you decided to do, and were uh, captured and taken by a goblin. Um, they know you're magical to some extent, and they think that you're able to do all this stuff that you clearly can't. They're looking for an alchemist, not a wizard. And you yourself aren't even a wizard, but they don't know the difference. They have you tied and bound, and it seems that they're trying to perform some sort of weird goblin ritual from what you're able to
Mm,
determine, but to the same extent, it's a bunch of goblins, so you're not really sure what exactly they're doing. You're just trapped and in trouble.
Yep. So my thought
So,
as Briar is one, these goblins are dorks, and just very silly goblins, just being like, I'm not what you're looking for, but okay. And two is thinking of a clever way to get to some of my equipment that I have in my bag, or just like on me as a person, which I do have a dagger, and if I'm tied up, I feel like I could sneakily do something to get out, but otherwise I am donezo. I am done for.
yeah, they do have your backpack with all of its supplies over here. So anything that you would have on
Okay.
your person, you would normally have on anything that you would normally have on your person is currently on you. Your dagger would be one of those items. Any other item that you feel would also be there is also there. Otherwise, they have you tied down, so making it near impossible to be able to cast somatic components. But they do have your mouth free and open.
Okay.
If there's something you care to do, you're welcome to try. Otherwise, we'll go to the other group and we'll just kind of see where this works.
Yeah, let's go ahead and go to the other group for right now.
All right. So, gang, we are over. You guys just managed to take out a couple. I think there were a couple of hobgoblins in here. Killed both of them. One of them is currently dead. If we don't remember, what floors of this tower is? Oh no, a
Right.
stone brazier full of coals glows in the middle of this small barracks. Four straw pallets are lined up alongside the east wall. The wall to the south has collapsed, but a barricaded wooden in its direction is still clear. The curtain hangs in an archway to the north. So this appears to be like a small little barricade. How do you guys wish to proceed?
Mm.
It's a good question.
Alright, there's still exploration you guys can do. You guys did open up this curtain up to the north and have opened up this door up to the west. You haven't examined the south, and further north, you do know that there is a closed door up here that you haven't explored either, and also more ruins on this side of the camp.
So, Alex, we have options. Where do you think we should go?
As you guys are kind of just, trying to figure things out, on the south end of things, you hear something you hear something big shifting shifting in the room behind this. It sounds like
Sounds
something is
concerned.
chained.
Should we check that out, perhaps?
Which room was that in?
South.
Just in the room south of you, where you guys are at.
Sounds like it's chained up. So either A, that's something that needs to be chained up, or B, that's something that shouldn't be chained up.
Do we want to find out?
You're the Druid. You can turn into something tiny.
True.
Or we also have air.
That is also true.
I'm just a human.
So there's a door there.
There's a door there. There's also a door to the north, and then there's everything.
Is
to the
there
southwest.
cracks in the door that, like, I don't know, a small snake perhaps could fit in?
Yeah. Since a lot of this castle has kind of broken down, um, walls and crumbling tower ceilings have all kind of crashed around. There's plenty of like little nooks and crannies that small enough creatures could easily go through.
Now, if I change into that, is that that's casting a spell, right?
That's casting wild shape.
Okay.
Which I
Which
believe is a action, and you only have 2 of those if you haven't used it.
Let's have a Druid review. Yeah, it should probably be an action. Because I know
Okay.
Circle of the Moon Druids are bonus actions. And that's about as much Druid I know.
Okay.
But yeah, as an action, you can use a raw shape to turn into a snake and go looking around, or we could just have air do it.
Yeah,
Air's
air's pretty small.
Yeah, I guess we can have air do it then. That would probably work better.
Is Kavik small enough to fit through the holes in the wall?
Well, he is a small creature. Probably between this, he'd be just barely too big. But something the size of a snake or the size of air probably could push their way through.
Cell, do you mind exploring behind the door with the scary chaining noises?
Yeah, if I can send Cell underneath the door, I will do, or send air underneath the door.
Yeah, let me.
Put Cell underneath the door.
Yeah, I'm gonna go under the door.
So I'm
Yeah,
going to
let's
push.
keep you down there a little bit.
I'm gonna push air through the door,
Okay.
and this is what air sees. Um, as air kind of manages to wiggle his way between some of the rubble in the door, he enters this almost silo-like tower. The upper floors of this tower have collapsed to create a hollowed silo that's at least hollow silo that's at least 35 feet in height. The upper reaches of this room are lost in the shadows. Dust, rubble, broken glass cover the floor, and old work tables and bookshelves lie skewed on the south side. In the middle of this room is a hulking beast that looks like a mangled bear with an owl's head. It seems to be chained poorly to the ground with a chain wrapped around its neck, and it seems to just kind of be pacing back and forth. It doesn't seem to be in good conditions.
Poor thing.
It is facing the other way, or is it looking at me, or air?
It's not looking at. It hasn't noticed air yet.
Okay.
Air kind of just like pops its head through like the little bit of rubble that it gets through, and can clearly see this owl bear.
Do your ferret eye see?
A giant owl bear is in that room.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah.
Um. Well, so
I'm guessing we shouldn't go that way.
I say we put a pin in that direction until after we're done here, and then maybe let it go.
Yeah. You'll have to move air out of the wall there.
Yeah, I can push him back.
Let's put a pin.
Yeah,
in
let's
this.
go the other way.
Yeah, let's see. What about the northern door? How about northeast, south? How about did you see anything to the west whenever you looked through here originally?
I don't think we checked this door.
No, the one up north from where you guys are at.
We haven't checked that door yet.
Yeah, I don't think we checked that one. I feel like we would have when we were going through this curtain, though. I feel like we did check that door. We would have just walked past it.
Yeah, I know Tavik went that way because we came through this bottom door.
You guys were a little split up in the beginning.
Yeah.
You did
But we
note the
kinda ambushed
door.
them.
I don't believe you did anything to it. Then you guys kind of went south and ended up fighting the hobgoblins.
Okay. Yeah, I'll look through Air's eyes again and see if I can look underneath this door or through this door.
Yeah. Air will need to give me a dexterity check since this part of the tower seems to be a little better, seems to be in better shape, along with additional repairs done to it.
Okay.
So if he can pass a DC 12 and just dexterity athletics.
It says Dex. Oh, I didn't get to do it. That was a 2.
Yeah,
So 5 total.
he's he's able to find a couple of little spots and tries to wiggle his way around, but the opening's too small for him.
A question mark?
What was an accident?
I have no idea.
That was
I was
actually
looking. I
right.
was looking further up in the chat. That was my bad.
Oh, that's good.
Syllable, not sponge.
Oh.
Yeah, it was me this time.
Should we open the door and check? Oliver, Alex, what do you think?
Open the door.
We could open the door, or we could put a pin in this door for later.
Based on that, I'm
when
saying let's
Tavik-
not open the door.
Tavik is a little bit more not drowsy-eyed right now, so we have more people here. Obviously, I'm trying to kind of steer us to getting the new person.
Yeah.
So let's actually go back to Sponge.
Oh,
So the goblins have been just kind of messing around. Let me describe a little bit of this room that you're currently in, so you kind of have an idea of what you're working with. So this chamber is occupies the northern tower of the castle. A stone altar stands in the middle of the room, covered with blood-stained black cloths, golden ritual implements, a chalice, a knife, and candelabras are carefully arranged at the top of this altar. Two archways in the south are covered with heavy curtains. And then inside, you can obviously see a couple of goblins. And the entire time, they seem to have been performing, from what you can best guess, is like an awkward ritual. More likely than not, probably worshiping their god. If you want to give me a religion check, you can confirm that.
okay. Religion check. A singular d20, is it?
Yep, singular d20.
I got a 5.
Right, 5. And then, do you have any modifiers for your religion?
Let me check. Is that
If you just hit the religion button, it should roll it for you.
Yeah, so when you open up your character sheet, on the left-hand side, you'll see all your ability checks and then your saving throws and skills.
yeah?
If you hover over religion, it should highlight red for you. And if you click it, it'll make the roll with all appropriate modifiers.
Oh,
16.
okay. Mm,
Yeah, and that's how most stuff in the sheet will work that way. So it'll do most of the math, and you'll be able to pull things up. But if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask, and we'll work it out together.
For
Alright.
sure. So on my end, I cannot see anything on the character map.
Oh. Cannot see anything on the character map. Let's see what's
Like I
going
see
on.
like the map layout, but I don't see my character or the goblins that were there before.
Let me. Wait a second. I need to be back. Go check something.
Where did the
Okay.
DM go?
Sorry, it was just the dog. They farted, and I thought someone took a dump on the floor. I'm like, oh no,
That would have been bad.
that would have been horrible. All right. How about now? Do you see anything?
No.
No. Let's see. Your character should have vision.
Ah,
All right. Try refreshing the web page for me.
Refreshing. Okay, that did nothing.
That's a nothing. It's still blank for you.
Yep.
All right. Let me refresh my web page. Move things around, and then we'll see if that fixes anything. Buddy, don't. You're sitting on the mouse. All right. You're showing up as here. I can see. Oh. Well, that'll definitely do it. You technically don't exist on the board right now.
Oh,
Let's try.
my God. Sponge is a
there I
freaking
go. Now I exist.
Oh, you mortals are so easy to kill. Why are you
So
so
they
delicate? All right. You can see yourself, goblins, and everything just like before.
Mm.
Excellent. All right. So we will take that 5 plus 1 for your religion check of 6. Um, you're not really sure who the goblin god is, but you're willing to bet that it's whatever weird thing it's on that pedestal.
Okay. So right now through Briar's mind, he has an idea. And what he's going to do without really like making any sound or anything is just rip a little bit of fleece from the back of his robe.
Mhm.
And he is going to use his cantrip Minor Illusion to create a sound that would sound very goblin like as a god, like a goblin god in a sense.
Okay, okay,
And he's going to put it above their little goblin altar and make sure it's very loud.
okay. Let's see. Minor illusion. Think that so long as it requires verbal components. It does require somatic components. So your hands are tied behind your back. Do you want to try to break free from that?
Hmm. Wait, hold up. I may have a different plan. One creature of your choice that isn't hostile. Okay. I'm thinking about using friends instead. May very well.
Yep, yep. Right,
Because they're
that's
not necessarily
all.
hostile towards me right now, from what I gather,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm tied up. So if
Can
I
only
can
have
get
you
one
as
of
a prisoner.
Yep. So if I can get one of them to be my friend for a little bit, then that may actually very well be useful.
Yeah, we can definitely go down that route. Let's. All right, since that spell does require somatic components as well, you need to be able to have some access to your hands. So we're
Hmm.
gonna do two things. How would you like to try and free, if not loosen, your hands?
Okay. I may not be able to outright free my hands given the tie up, but because I am also very short
Mhm.
and have some stubby components, I feel like I can kind of slip my arms through in a sense.
Mhm.
Because even though it's tight, it may very well not be that tight.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see how badly these goblins tied up your hands. So I want you to give me a sleight of hand check
Okay,
to see if
sleight
you
of
can at
hand.
least loosen these restraints.
I got a 2. Nope.
Right? Yep. You seem to have troubles. These goblins, well, maybe not set the right knots. They did it enough times that it's holding you down for a bit.
Okay. Hmm.
Anything else you'd like to try? These
I
goblins do keep coming up to you and asking you to do various magic tricks.
do magic tricks.
Perform, monkey, perform.
They can't do magic tricks or kind of.
Ooh, okay. Because so if they keep asking me to do magic tricks, then I may be very well able to persuade one of them to let me go. Be like, "Oh, excuse me, you can't bring me out. I can't do your little magic tricks here. Not without you untying me from this thing."
No, boss says no untie. You hellish, but you can do magic. Make lights. Make dance.
Hey, Grimshot, how's it
Why
going?
no? I can't do that. Because according to your god, uh, according to your god, they said for me to do magic, I need my hands. Would you be willing
Really?
to help me and your god out?
He like looks over at the golden statues and then back at you. Can you give me a persuasion check?
14.
Nice.
14. Does he believe you? He most definitely does. It's like, he kind of looks over at the other goblins. Is like, God said yes. Like, maybe just a little bit. One of the goblins like takes out a dagger and walks up to you and kind of cuts your bindings, but keeps the dagger like pointed at you.
It's like perform trick, entertain.
Alrighty then. And then this is where Briar will summon out the power of his minor illusion now that he has some of his pneumatics free.
Hmm?
Now that Briar has at least his hands free, he will summon out minor illusion and make the goblin god call out to them, praising them for their favor and telling them to stop pointing that dagger at him.
God? Is that you?
Yes.
Hilarious.
Oh. You see all three goblins like get on their knees and like bow down.
Like, oh, no. The mighty
How do you pronounce this?
Magabiet. Oh, hell, the mighty Magabiet. Oh.
Yes, it is me. Please, for my great Magus, let him go. Cease pointing the dagger.
At this point, the other one that kind of like had you at dagger point, puts the dagger down and steps away.
Very good. Now, now, great Magus, perform your magic tricks. And as he does this, Briar will begin to create a very powerful magic trick in their perception, which will be the green flame blade.
Mhm.
And he will take the dagger that was dropped just a second ago to cast this and give them a little magic trick. So then hopefully he can find a way to distract him with it and get out of there.
Yeah. Do you attack one of them, or I guess what do you do with the green flame blade?
It is
Just
more,
kind of ignite it.
yeah, just kind of ignite it just to show them, hey, yes, I can do magic and distract them with it. Not necessarily hurt them, but distract them and then try to find a way to get away.
Yeah, do you want to give me another advantage check? At advantage this time?
Okay, at advantage. And which check would this be?
So actually, I think I need to fix your character sheet with that. So, let me see first. Alright, cool. So if you scroll all the way to the top of your character sheet, right below where your name is, you'll see a bunch of toggles.
Uh, yeah, I see
Public,
the advantage
EM.
one.
Yeah, just click that. And then since we're doing persuasion, same thing. Now that you have the advantage toggled, head down to persuasion. Once it's highlighted red, click it and it'll make the appropriate rolls.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
So that's an 8 and a 22. As you light your blade on fire with this green flame, the goblins kind of look in awe as you seem to have done something that they find greatly reverence, and they while already on their knees, they go all the way down, hands up, like, "Oh hail the mighty Magabiet!" Ah!
Thank you. Thank you, my fellow followers of the great Mag Gabiet. Now take your blade and find your way to freedom. And let my Magus go, so he may continue more of my work.
They
This is
one of them crawls over while still on the ground, and then reverently puts his hands up to receive the blade.
And now I will set that blade upon him and be like, "Hi, friend. I believe you need this for your little adventure. Now I need to go help out Mag Gabiet on one of mine."
Yes, as Magiabiet decides.
And I
He
will set
takes
the hand in. Yeah, and then I set it into his hands.
Yeah, he
Zombie, thank you for
takes
the
the
raid.
blade and looks at it with great reverie
Thank you
as
for the raid.
green flames are still kind of spewing out of it, and then puts it in his hand and raises it up to the sky. It's like, "In your name, we shall pillage!" And all three of them stand up and just bolt out of this door over here.
And then as they
And you can hear them as they're running through, just screaming, "Machabiet has blessed us! Machabiet has blessed us!"
and as they're leaving, I'm just like, "Whew, I can't believe that worked."
You're fine.
The
Um,
fog?
we'll shoot off to the other gang. As you guys are kind of trying to decide what you want to do, you hear kind of a little, not so much in the distance, but kind of echoing through the hallways of this, as Machabiet has blessed us. Uh, we must go off and pillage, as something just happens off in the distance, and you guys aren't exactly sure what's going on. All of you guys can give me a religion or history check to try and figure out what the hell this Machabiet is.
I'm gonna throw it on here because I don't know what it was.
I was only
You
12.
said history or religion?
History or religion?
Well, they're both shit, so
Didn't
It's a
matter.
win-win situation.
Ooh, 20.
Fuck. Alright.
Trying to get it to pop up on my phone, but it's not letting it.
hold on. Alex is having technical
Okay,
difficulties.
what did we roll again?
Religion or history? Your map's back up.
Okay, either one is
Yeah.
about the same, so. What did I get?
You rolled a 4.
Oh, well, shit.
So I rolled a 20, so rolled a 12.
Alright, so 12, 20. Right. So you needed at least a 12 to have heard of this name. You know him as a god, as pretty much the one of the gods of the Goblin pantheon.
Mm-hmm.
For Oliver, you specifically know a bit more of the lore behind him through stories and poems you have told. You know this individual has various titles, like the Fiery Eyes, the Mighty One, the Great One, the Battle Lord, Lord of Depths and Darkness, or the Conquering God. He's usually described to be a creature standing 11 feet tall, with goblin like features, black skin, and flaming eyes, with strong arms ending in sharp talons.
Interesting. Interesting.
Uh, you know, his alignment is unsurprisingly lawful evil. His symbol is a bloody axe,
That's not surprising.
and most of his domain and portfolio uh, revolves around war and is primarily worshipped by goblinoids.
Makes sense. Well, I guess after hearing all that and knowing all that information, I'll just think like, well, that's gonna be fun later. Shall we go and see what that's about? At least until Tavik is feeling back to his normal self.
Yeah.
Tavik's kind of
Are
in
you
the
open?
corner, just talking to Blue, a little drunk. Like,
Blue, I've always told you you're my best friend. Like, I tell Cell he's my best friend, but you're really my best friend. Oh, shit. Cell's looking at us.
Well, we're not talking about you. That's my interpretation of Tavik, and you guys must take it.
Nice.
Yeah, that's how we're going to take it. We're going to have to unpack that later with Tavik.
I'm okay with that.
So we definitely heard it from this direction, right? The
Yeah,
call
yeah.
outs.
You
Okay.
you heard it from the west end of the tower. I can't exactly pinpoint exactly where from, but
Hello.
it's out there. Ah, speak of the devil.
Speaking of the devil,
Speak of the devil. Stick fix.
how are you doing? How you feeling? Congratulations, by the way.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I'm good. I've been sipping on mimosas all day.
Dude, lucky you.
Nice.
Tavik,
Lucky
why are you
you,
lying to
man.
Cell and Cell he's your best friend when Blue's your best friend?
No, lay down. No.
All right,
Kitty.
so I know you're just joining now, so I'm gonna give you kind of a quick little rundown of what just happened. The group has managed to find what they believe to be a bugbear in the south section over here, and as they're kind of
Bugbear.
preparing to do other plans, they ended up hearing a bunch of goblins scream, "All hail, Macabliet! We shall raid in your name." And that came over from the west end of the tower somewhere. The group has kind of decided to maybe examine what the hell's happening out there. But that's it. You also had a drunk conversation with Blue, telling him how he's your best friend.
Yes.
Um,
I love
you tell Cell that he's your best friend, but it's really Blue, and he just doesn't.
And now I know the
Just
truth.
don't
So,
want to tell that.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about that.
all right, let's slowly head over to that area and see what that whole
Yeah.
Yeah.
hullabaloo was about.
We're heading west.
I have our little dummy friend go in front of us.
Over here.
Go there.
This way.
Would you like me to go ahead of you, Cell?
I'm gonna let my undead buddy go in front of me. Actually,
Stick face, what are you doing?
He's just trying to find somewhere to lay down.
Yeah, on my cords. Buddy.
Can air see underneath this door?
On my laptop cord.
Yeah, as you guys are heading west.
Yes. Yeah, that door.
Yes. Yeah, he could probably find his way between the rubble over on the north end and
Okay.
be able to pop his head into the other side.
Uh-oh.
Is this far door open or closed?
It is. Sorry, this one over here.
Yeah.
That one is actually open.
Okay.
All right. So as Air steps into this room, let me give you a quick description. This high, narrow hall looks as if it might have been part of a chapel or shrine at one time. Angelic figures are sculpted around the room's upper reaches, looking down on the floor below. To the north, heavy curtains block a matching pair of archways. Beneath the archway is a cracked but ornately carved stone brazier. Can I also get a perception check?